Today on Behind the Wheel, we get to take this out for a spin. This is the 2015 458 Spider in stunning grigio titanio. I personally am not your average Ferrari guy. I don't like red over tan. I personally think it's played out, but I'm not, purist like that. This is the spec I would take right here. I think that's also the reason that our good friend Martell Webster picked this car. Well, that, and this is one of the only supercars his ass can fit in. That said, with over 560 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque, it scoots his ass around just fine.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be here, man. This car is beautiful, dude. I love it. You're gonna get to rip it up today, though.
I think we should go drive it. What are we gonna do in it today?
I don't know. We can definitely drive a little bit west. You wanna go west today?
Let's do west.
We can go west. It always feels good when you feel like you're driving towards the beach, right?
Uh-huh.
So, man, you dabble in sports cars, man. What's the funnest sports car you've been in?
What's the funnest sports car I've been in? I mean, I guess it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Like, I love the McLarens. I love how, how I feel just attached to the road, but yet that car feels so light and so spry. I remember the first MP412C I drove. The seating position in that thing, like, you can see the whole road in front of you.
Yeah.
But that car is so fast and so nimble. But then, I like a Ferrari too, just because for me, a Ferrari is more of like the prestige of owning a Ferrari automobile, right? They're not the fastest, they're not the best handling car, unless obviously you get up into like an Enzo or LaFerrari.
Yeah.
But to me, the Ferrari, especially like the 458, you could daily drive this car all day long.
Absolutely.
I think from just a pure honor standpoint, the 675 LT is probably one of the greatest cars I've ever driven, the McLaren.
The McLaren.
Yep.
That's dope. I would have to say this is by far the most, exhilarating car I've ever owned. This is
the 458?
The 458. Yeah, for sure. That sound, that sound,
man.
You cannot, it's unparalleled.
You cannot beat that Ferrari whine,
no.
for sure.
And I would have to say the handling of this car is absolutely amazing. Like, I got to take it down to Seaside for my 7-day fast, dude, and I took the wrong exit and took the Tillamook exit.
Yeah.
And it took me through the back roads, and I really got to open this thing up, dude, and this thing rips. The cornering is amazing, and the fact that they have that for the suspension that you can put it on and it goes into bumpy mode allowed me to really, enjoy my experience of driving fast and, kind of pushing my limits. That sound, you cannot.
See, this is, for me, this is my disconnect with the 488. So, we've had the pleasure of doing a couple 488 builds in the shop. Actually, Digital Trends featured when we had the 458 Speciale, the 458 Your Car, and the 488. And we did kind of a drive comparison of those. And for me personally, the 488, now that it's a twin turbo motor versus the NA motor from the 458, I just felt like really detached from the whole experience. It didn't quite sound like a Ferrari. It didn't feel like a Ferrari. The car felt very heavy to me. And then I went and watched a bunch of reviews and stuff on the 488, and everybody thought that car was just amazing. So I'm like, well, what am I missing? Or what did I not see that these guys all saw? I still don't get it. But then we were able to do a tune. We did downpipes, exhaust, all that kind of stuff. Really opened up the 488, and it became much more Ferrari. It had that whine. You could hear the turbos.
So they made the 488 a little bit more quieter.
It's much because of the turbos. Yeah. It's a much quieter car. Yeah, and it's even more refined too because just newer technology, the way that the cars are built now. But I think personally, between the two, I would take a 458. So,
yeah, I got to go down to the Formula One race in Montreal with my homie Arun last summer, and to experience it with the Ferrari team.
Yep.
And I gotta say, they had the GT races before the big event. I gotta say, the 488 definitely outperformed the 458 because it's more powerful. I wouldn't necessarily say the handling. I haven't driven the 488, but how I saw it perform during the GT races, it's just faster. It just moves faster than the 458. But the 458 handles, from what I've heard and the people that I asked, the GT racers that I asked, they say the 458 handles a lot better than the 488. So
I would agree with that. Only not that I've driven the GT car, the track cars.
Yeah.
But the 488 to me felt taller. It felt heavier. It just didn't feel as planted as the 458 does.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
it looks bulkier too. But it's a beautiful car, though, I gotta say.
Why the Ferrari for you, man?
Why the Ferrari for me?
I remember when you called me, you're like, yo, I want a 458.
Yes.
And then you had a 458.
Yeah, manifestation. Dude,
isn't that the truth, man?
Seriously.
Manifestation, man.
Seriously.
Ask, believe, receive.
Exactly, dude.
We talk about
and
that a lot.
And bro,
Yep.
that's the reason why we have been friends for the last 14 years.
14 years.
Yeah, crazy.
Snap. So Ferrari.
Yes.
You decided you wanted a Ferrari.
I tell you that.
Why did you land on this one?
So, talk about manifestation, bro.
Yeah.
Me and Courtney were in Los Angeles.
Courtney and I.
Me and Courtney and I. You know what's really funny about grammar and my mom is so funny, dude. She would get on us when we would in a sentence with a preposition. So like if you're like, yo, where's the food at? And she goes, listen, never in a sentence in a preposition. She goes, where's the food at, bitch?
Wait, your mom said that?
My mom, bro, she's hilarious. So anyway, manifestation, bro. Me and Courtney were in California and we went to go see my brother, Houston, in Pasadena, and we're driving back to our spot out there. And it was sunset, bro, that golden hour sunset, pinkish skies, bro, and there was a black Ferrari 430 Spider that was in front of us, bro, with the two pipes that were like, they weren't on the bottom, they're like up in the middle of the
so that if it was a 430, it was a Scuderia then.
Scuderia, it was a Scuderia, you're right. Bro, and it was just so menacing. But he was coasting. The person wasn't being a douche in it, he was just literally coasting in the
Wait, a Ferrari owner that wasn't being a douche?
Right? Is that heard of?
It had to have been a rental.
Yo, but that joint was so clean, and I said, one day I'm gonna have a Ferrari.
And then like a week later you did.
Nah, 10 years later I did. This was
that was 10 years ago?
Yeah, I saw that.
So you got the 458. I remember you were working out and you went next door and you were down at Westlake and you saw this car and you called me and you were like, yo. And then that was it.
Yeah.
This was the car.
This was it.
What did you love about this particular spec on this?
It had nothing to really do with the only spec that drew my attention was how it looked, the color of it. So you remember I had the Aston Martin, the Rapide S.
Oh yeah, yeah. Skyfall Silver.
Y'all made that car so sexy.
Skyfall Silver with the red red grits.
The red grits. Red grits.
You do like red grits.
I don't like grits. I used to, but it would be more like butter and syrup and sugar more than grits. But this color, it reminds me of that Skyfall Silver. So like, I'm not ashamed. Like, material things don't make me, but I love material things.
Sure.
I love luxurious things, but I like them to be subtle. So like a Ferrari, I'm not gonna get it in a red or a really bright color. I like subtle. So like when you see it, it's like, that's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Like I don't want people to know it's a Ferrari from like a mile away.
That's one of the things I've always enjoyed about working with you on the cars and projects that we've done is we've done some crazy shit, but everything's always been kind of a little under the radar, and I'm with you 100%. I like things that are a little bit subdued. I love this color on the Ferrari.
Yeah.
My 430 was black, and it's funny, now that we do the vehicle brokering, look at that view, man. That's what you live for right there.
I know.
Now that we do the vehicle brokering, and people will call on these cars, they're like, it's really nice, but do you have a red Ferrari? People want a red Ferrari, but that makes me not want one even more. I want like a different color.
The red Ferrari is like the equivalent of the blonde hair, blue-eyed woman wearing the red dress at the party. Like, that's what that is.
I prefer brunette, but whatever.
Me too, obviously. But yeah, man, it's damn. Remember, I'm 6'6", man. It's all hidden.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. How do you fit in this thing?
I make it happen, but it's really cool, man. Ferrari behind the brake pedal, which is dope. So when I take long trips, I'll take my shoes off, and then right behind that brake pedal.
Yep. Oh, there's tons of room.
Yeah,
I
let my foot just, yeah.
Damn.
Mess up my steeds.
Don't mess up my stallion.
Look at, there's Courtney. Yes! Yes! There she is! There she is! There is the wifey. Hold the front door. What is up, sexy? How are you doing?
And drop Nyla's shoes off. Look at that beast. Oh, I love that
so
truck.
Pretty.
No, I was talking about the truck.
I'm talking about my wife.
Oh. Look at her just mashing the G-Wagon through the
she
freaking
got
corners
handles,
too,
bro.
man.
That's my baby right there. Wifey be pushing. Got Timbo and
What's up?
in the 458. Pushing. Dog, she is whipping that.
He is. Look at the body roll on that. It's crazy.
I'm gonna rip that shit, bro.
All right, guys, thanks for watching Behind the Wheel. If you liked what you saw, if there's somebody you want to see on the episode, or there's a vehicle you'd like to see us feature, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and watch these extra episodes we've got on this side over here. Have a great day.